our system allows you to create actual contractual clauses as templates that get set up when you create your contract. So you basically go in our system, you select the clauses that you want, and enter the right amounts of data. That data is being kept from that point going forward and being utilized throughout our system. So when you create the contract, you're actually creating how you're going to pay the person for their rights. And that gets tracked end to end. So it creates something that you haven't always had, where you feel sure from the beginning to the end that you're going to be in the right terms and following those right terms and clauses in a contract. So your contract is essentially generated. So you can create this not only for any individual contract, but you can also then create these templates. So as a business, you can say, I want to set up all of my rights in this way. I want to have all of them follow this standard in how we pay them, or I want these 10 different types of contracts that I want to set up as a business. And we can enable you to do your contracts that way so that you can track it through the end. What this helps is really, you can be a huge publishing house. You can set it up to tied to various company levels, or you can be a tiny publishing house who only has 10 contracts, but you need to manage those 10 contracts well. And the system lets you do that. It lets you say, okay, I'm a small house, I only want my contracts to look one way. They're all going to look that one way because they're all generated from our system. You select the clauses, you select the data, the contract gets generated, you now have your legal basis for going forward, and you can track it end to end in our system, and the system will calculate based off that data. So you know it's going to be right. And you don't have to worry about that aspect of your business. You don't have to worry about fines later. You don't have to worry about audits and how they're going to come out. And you can actually just know that your data is right, which allows people to focus on what they need to focus on, which is, what is the next product set? How do I get it out there? How do I make more money? And while I'm sure that the operation's running well.